Hey guys, what's going on? You-Rounder here. And yeah, today I'm going to talk a little bit. I got the camera on because I'm going to finish up the session, play about another 25 minutes, and then I don't know, do some other stuff. But the point of me making this video is I actually decided to go ahead and start my water fast today. As opposed to waiting until Monday. So my schedule changed around a little bit, and so I haven't had any, it's like noon, so nothing impressive yet, but it's noon on the 1st of December, and so this will be day one. I haven't eaten since, I don't know, last night at some point, but certainly well before midnight. So yeah, my schedule changed a little bit so that I'm not gonna have my son this weekend, so I figured, might as well just go ahead and start. I mean, it'll be interesting. I think the last time I did a long water fast, I had been in ketosis first, which makes it a little bit easier because you're already in ketosis, so your body isn't really all that hungry anyway, and you're already using fat for fuel. But because I wasn't in ketosis, I think this one's going to be a little bit more painful the first couple days. Even just right now, this morning, I was definitely feeling some hunger pangs. I guess that's what those are called. So yeah, definitely I feel hungry right now. But then one of the interesting things that also happens is just seeing food and on a TV show or something like that is really interesting too, because you realize that a lot of times the whole cravings and things like that aren't at all related to hunger. They're much more related to mental cravings. And that's one thing that I really noticed during the last fast that I did was I have a lot of cravings that are related to food. So last time I did 10 days, hopefully we can make it 14 days on this one. We will see. I think I need to go to the store and buy some distilled water. I decided I would pretty much get off all my prescription medication for this because none of it's terribly critical for me to take. But I don't know. If that turns out not to be the case, then I'll take it. But I mean, it should be fine. Out of position here with Queen Jack. We will check, hit the queen on the turn. But yeah, I would say that right now, maybe today and tomorrow will be my worst days because I'm not in ketosis yet and I'm just hungry and my mental focus will probably be a little foggy. I would guess that today and tomorrow I'll be kind of foggy, kind of out of it, not great. And then as I get into ketosis, I will get a lot of my mental clarity back and start feeling better. But then as the fast goes on, I'll probably get a little bit more tired. Anyway, I will try to at least do a video, if not a short blog post every day on the fast and how it's going, because I think it's useful to record that, because especially when I did my first one, and I'll probably do it during this one as well, it really helps me to read blogs and stuff of what other people were kind of experiencing, because then you can kind of know what to expect so that you're not surprised for it or worried about it, and two, it's just good kind of motivation. So yeah, December 1st, as good a day as any to start a water fast. I think it's a better day than January 1st. I don't want it to be a New Year's resolution thing, because that's kind of, I don't know, kind of cliche. So we're just gonna do it starting December 1st. Knock it out at the end of 2016. Yeah, I feel it's also good to do during winter, because during this time of year, just because there's so much junk food and Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. It's everybody gains a little bit of weight over the holidays, and yeah, hopefully I'll avoid all of that by just not eating any food. So We'll see. It could also just be interesting to, like, I can tell a difference between when I'm on ketosis and I'm not in my videos. Like when I watch a video of myself, I can tell, or at least when I'm making it, I can tell that my speech is clearer, my thought process is clearer. All those things are a little bit better. Wow, we're getting like, I mean, this is not a great spot, but I mean, we can't really fold for those odds. Yeah, and so I think it'll be good to see just that sort of difference. If you know, by the end I'm like a little bit slower, you know, in my speech or whatever, or if it's not really noticeable, as well as just being able to sort of voice like how I'm feeling at that, you know, in that, on that day or whatever, at that stage of the fast. But yeah, today I feel like crap. Like today feels really crappy. I feel tired. I couldn't get to sleep last night. That was annoying. And then today I feel kind of like tired. I feel a little bit foggy. I did wake up and drive Lyft this morning. If you guys are interested and haven't signed up for Lyft, there's a link in the description of the video. So go ahead and sign up for that. What is going on here? Auto post. And that helps me out. So we'll just try to play some hands, but I wanted to let you guys know I did start the water fast. I will try to do a blog post on it. I don't know if I'll make it daily, but I'll try. I can try. And we'll see how that goes. I'll probably spend a little bit more time than I usually do just laying on the couch over the next couple weeks, because you do get kind of tired and you know, you need to lay down. That's why I'm sitting in the chair. Well, I don't necessarily need to be doing that right now. I just happen to, but I won't be like standing up making my videos like I sometimes am. So yeah. And then I'll try tonight to take like a before picture, because like 14 pounds is pretty noticeable. When I did the 10-day fast, it was pretty noticeable as well. So I'll take a picture today, and then we'll take another picture in 14 days, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know if I need to do one every day. That's a little extreme. That's like more interesting if you're doing like a 30-day fast, where you can make like a flip book, or, you know, like do like a digital thing that actually shows, you know, if you like, I feel like you need at least 24 frames to show 1 second of change. Sorry, I just had a thought. Ace queen on table 4. Yeah, I literally was like, right before I started this video, the reason I started this video is like, I all of a sudden was like, damn, I'd love to go to 7-Eleven and pick up like a freaking pint of like one of those little mini pints of like ice cream or something. Because I was like watching a show that had, like, they were eating ice cream on the show, and I was like, damn, I could use some ice cream. Pretty good. And yeah, that was interesting. And I was like, damn, like, I'm kind of hungry, and like I can feel my stomach moving around. And so I was like, you know what, I'll fire up a video and kind of talk about that a little bit. So like I said, I mean, the first couple days should be the hardest. From most of the people who have blogged about like most of the vlogs I've read have been like 21-day fasts. I'm not going to go for 21 days for a couple reasons. One, it's really hard with my son, because like I think towards the later end of 21-day fast, like, you're pretty tired. You're like kind of just laying around. So I've heard, I think. And this guy's short. I'm just going to fold the queen jack because of the short stack on the button. But more so, honestly, is how weird people are about water fasting. Like literally, like maybe 1 in 10 people will like actually know that it's a healthy, normal like practice. I would say like of like people I talk to, maybe even less, maybe 1 in 20. But yeah, occasionally someone will be like, oh yeah, that's like really good for you, like to do once in a while, you know, like they but for whatever reason, they sort of have the understanding that it's not like some sort of like crash diet or like crazy thing to do, that they understand it's like actually a health and wellness practice. But again, those other 19 people are on the complete opposite end of that, and with very little like actual knowledge of the subject, they will be very judgmental of it. And normally I'm pretty good with stuff like that, but it just gets annoying because it's like people in my everyday life. It's not like online trolls or anything. It's, you know, like people that I talk to on a daily basis or whatever. So when you know, 14 days still seems pretty extreme to some people, but I feel like it's, you know, one, not quite as much of a challenge as 21, and it doesn't quite have the same like craziness factor as a 21-day fast would. I don't think we're going to win with 7 high. Probably could have gotten those to fold if we had bet. Oh, I think I announced it in my other video. Maybe not, though. But I did want to tell you guys, use my link to Poker Snowy below in the description. And on the front page at the bottom, there's a article that I wrote for Poker Snowy. It's my first published like blog post with Poker Snowy, and it's up. It's on their site. So go over there and check it out. Let me know what you guys think of that article. I'd love to hear some feedback on it. I thought it came out really good, and it talks a lot about like bet sizing and why we use different bet sizes in different situations. So definitely go check that article out over on Poker Snowy's website. Let's see here. So yeah, I'm c-betting here. We do have backdoor diamonds. We have the king overcard, and there's plenty of stuff that we can get value from. And also, like, we're not like a raise isn't that big a deal. We have top pair, we have redraws, and there's so many draws out there, and there's no like real nutted hands. I mean, if he's raising with a set of 8s or 5s, that's okay. You know, totally understandable. But there's a lot of draws. Yeah, Jack 9's the obvious one, but Jack 9, 2 hearts, and we don't block any of those. We don't block any Jack 9 draws. We don't block any heart draws. So he has a lot of a lot of draws, and because we don't block any, it's like his like range is slightly weighted more towards draws in this spot. Now, I'm not saying that we're like a shoe-in and this is like a great spot, but we're not folding. Obviously, the 2 pair only helps us if he has 10-8 or 10-5 or something. So it's not great, but again, all the draws missed, and we just have a really strong hand. I just don't think we can fold. So if he has a set of 8s or a set of 5s here, like, good on him, cool, he got like nice value, but you know, we can't fold. And the fact that he's overbetting here makes me like pretty concerned, because most people do that with a hand, but I just got to go with my read. So that's that. I'm a little surprised that he was, I mean, that's aggressive, right? That's an aggressive way to play, because he's just got 2 overs and a gut shot. So like his hand's just not that strong. I mean, I think his play is fine. Like, I'm not saying I wouldn't make that play. But yeah. I guess we got lucky, or he got unlucky, however you want to say it, that the king fell in the river, which made it impossible for us to fold. If the river had bricked and he had done the same thing, though, I'm pretty sure I still call. even though I don't have 2-pair. The 2-pair made it so that there's no possible way I could fold. But, you know, honestly, I'm going to just call here because this guy's short stacked. I don't want to raise. I don't want to 3-bet versus the short stack with the hand we've got. Yeah, but honestly, like, I feel like I talked through my read pretty well that entire hand. So I, even if I really wanted to fold on the river, I don't think I would have let myself. He's betting almost full pot into 2 people, so I can probably let this go. Even though, like, any other circumstance, if it was heads up or if he was deeper, like, a lot of things would make me call there. So when you see me fold, that's not how I would play if it was heads up and we were deep stacked. That's because he's short and because it's 3-handed, especially where I'm in position. So it kind of takes a lot to get me to fold there. 5-7 is probably an open. I know I accidentally opened pot on the last hand. I don't know why I did that. Just sort of random. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to finish this hand up and then just take a little break and watch some YouTube videos or something and relax before I go out driving again tonight. And then I'll probably just take a little break and then play some more poker. I don't think I'm like playing bad or, you know, can't still play, but I would say the first day is probably the worst mental clarity I'll have. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's what I think. I mean, that's what I think is going to be the case. So I'll probably just, I don't know, probably going to do some reading. Need to go to the store and get some distilled water at some point because I guess that's what you're supposed to drink on a water fast is distilled water. I don't know why that is. I just remember reading it a while back. And another thing is, another thing I read that's might be surprising is that you want to be careful not to drink too much water. Apparently you can really drink too much water when you're fasting. So I really haven't done a lot of research into it in like the last 6 months or so. You know, I did it a lot right before I did my 10-day and as I was doing my 10-day, and then I, you know, just sort of moved on to other things. So I'll have to kind of get back in there and do a little more reading as the days go on. You know, force is just a muck here. I mean, we could limp it, but man, my computer tower makes so much noise. Like one of the fans is unbalanced or something, and it really, like, it makes me want to buy a whole new computer because my computer just like buzzes a little bit. I've got a can of air that I spray in there. That doesn't seem to help. Like nothing seems to help. I want to get the next computer I get. I've said this the last 2 computers I bought because I like kind of sometimes like cheap out on the case because I'm like, oh, that's the case doesn't affect the performance, but yeah, this is horrible. Like I'm going to get a really nice case next time, like one of those nice ones that keeps everything silent. Like I'm going to be way more concerned with the noise control of the case than I have been in the past. It tilts me when I hear that buzzing. Like I can hit my friggin' PC to make it stop, which is even like stupider because that's so old school. Me to like be sitting here like hitting a piece of electronics to make it like, you know, work better or stop making noise. Man, yesterday's session, like I was down like $200 yesterday or something, like $170 yesterday. It's just a brutal session. And I thought it was all going to be like EV because I just ran bad, but like it wasn't even that much EV. Like it was like most of it was, but like I was still surprised at how since I started this all back up on Windows 8, I'm still down. I haven't played that much, but it's just been I've just been running poorly. So we want to bet small here, I think. Like $1 fine on table 2 because we don't expect our opponent to have too much, and we've got the backdoor like redraws and the ace and all this other stuff. So we'd like to, you know, maybe get him to fold out some plain old overcards or get some value from worse nines and like little pairs and stuff like that. But Yeah, so I mean, he called with ace 10, which, like, okay, I guess that's fine for him to do, but that's, you know, that's why we can bet small there. If we bet bigger, then, you know, he folds ace 10, we don't get any value from ace 10, and we have ace 10 pretty crushed. But I actually go into some of that in the article that I wrote over on Poker Snowy, so check that out. One of the hardest things is with the fasting is if I get bored, I just go eat, or I go for a walk down to 7-Eleven and grab like a snack or something, and that's a tough habit to break. So it's also one of the reasons I wanted to do this, is because I had just over the last like 2 or 3 weeks, just maybe even like the last month, just developed a few habits that I wasn't really happy with, that even though I knew I didn't like them and they were tough to break, I still kept doing them. And like that's a big one. Like all right, I'm taking a break, like, all right, what should I do? Well, like I'd just be, you know, go for a walk and walk down the road to the 7-Eleven and pick up like, you know, a couple energy drinks and a snack of some sort. And that's just like, it's something I knew was a bad habit, but I just kept doing it because I like to get out of the house. I like to go for a walk, and that's what ended up happening. I don't think we need to call out a position with that gut shot. All right, I'm gonna keep this video around 20-25 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and start sitting out blinds. And yeah, I'll get this uploaded today, obviously, since, you know, great. Now they're doing construction. That makes it even harder to focus. Player 6, go ahead and bluff. I don't need to bluff. I have a set. And I'm blocking one of the clubs. Oof, that's not... I was really hoping for a, like a 4 of hearts. I don't think I can raise there with the set. King 8 we can open. This guy's a little bit shallow. I still think we can isolate there. King 3 with a like a blind limp, so I'm pretty confident opening that. I'll fold those. Okay, I was sitting out the blinds. All right, yeah, there's like construction happening outside, and I'm really hungry, so we're gonna wrap this up now. And oh, I think I'm just gonna lay down and watch some TV for a little bit. Or do some online reading. Yeah, I don't think we want to call here. This is like, we've got the nut, you know, the nut draw. You know what? I don't think he's got ace 10 or like, you know, I think we can call. I'm not doing anything crazy here on the river. Now he checks, yeesh. Just overbet a little bit. I'm always nervous when I do that on camera. Like I make overbets when I'm not like recording, and I like don't worry about it too much because I know it's okay. But when I do it when I'm recording, I'm like, man, I really like, I know it doesn't matter if it works or not this time, and I just need to be able to evaluate the play, but I like it a lot more when it works when I'm recording, because anytime you get called, it's embarrassing. Yeah, I didn't talk through that hand very well. That was more of a like subconscious. As the hand played out, I started to feel like his range was pretty weak, and when he made that bet on the turn and then checked the river, there's like very few things that, like, he has the lead. He has the uncapped range on the river. He should be the one betting. And then when he decides to go ahead and check after betting the turn, it's, you know, he's looking at a pretty weak hand that could be a made hand, but certainly weak. So that's why I went for an overbet there on the river. All right, guys, this computer's bugging me. The noise out there is bugging me. My stomach is bugging me. So I'm going to go and... yeah, I will be back tomorrow with another video. And until then, you guys keep on grinding.